What's happening, y'all? I'm the Grand Man, and we are live. It's time for Let's Get Cozy. And tonight, we got a heck of a topic. We're going to be talking about black businesses. Yes, it's not ironic that we're talking about black businesses. It's one of the trending topics of the week. Has been coming out of Dallas, Texas, at the restaurant True Kitchen and Cocktails. Something happened there, and the owner, he didn't have kind words to say to the patrons there, and it sparked a myriad of responses from people all over the country. So we're going to dive into that. I can't do that alone. I got my man to my left. I got Rip in the house. What's up, Rip? You ready?
Hey, we'll go down. Stay ready.
Hey, A-Cash is in the building. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, my favorite on the show, Miss Peaches. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Wilson Byer, we ready to get in this, man. And I'm just going to jump right in because a lot to say. So we're going to start right there. We're going to whole tonight is going to be about black businesses. But right now, more importantly, we're going to talk about what happened in Dallas. So, True Kitchen. Everybody's seen the video. We're not going to play it for y'all. If you haven't, go see it. My man got upset because patrons in the restaurant were twerking. They were jumping on his couches. I seen them jumping on the couch. They were standing up in the chairs and just doing things that probably you wouldn't want to do at a restaurant if you were going to eat. Maybe at the club, you know, or maybe at your grandmama's house if you crazy as hell. But I want to talk about that. Do y'all think he was right or wrong? One of y'all, it don't matter who go first.
He has a right to express how he feels, how he wants his restaurant to run. I mean, that's him. He told him what he wanted.
Okay, more importantly, if you owned the business, would you have handled it like he did?
I'm ignorant, man. Probably, maybe. I probably would have. Depends on how many times I had to tell her quit twerking on my damn couch.
Okay, I'm gonna address that in a minute. You own a business. You the owner of True Kitchen and Cocktails. Do you handle it the same way he did?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Rip, what's up, man? I know you're not gonna lost some words on this one.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I got a kind of like a devil and an angel type approach to it. Like, the devil in me was like, yeah, talk to them just like you did. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the angel in me would say, like, the customer's always right because you want to reserve their dollar. But at the same time, I mean, I really don't think dude was wrong because I don't think he cursed everybody out. I think he used profanity during his message, which some people might not have cared for. Some people might have thought that was distasteful. But I think a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we can't get mad at the consequence, and, you know, while excusing the behavior. So, you know what I mean, if you mad at him for cussing, get just as mad at them people for twerking on this stuff, for making them take it there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I agree with Rip.
All right, so this is what I got to say. We at the Cheesecake Factory, right? We sitting there dining. It's a birthday party. And Lil Ronnie, throw that ass in the circle, come on. Now, we black, we understand what we are, but what is your initial reaction, whether you act on it or not, when you hear certain type of songs and music?
I mean, if I hear it, it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna compel me to twerk. You know
No. That's hold on, stop. That's not what I'm asking. My asking is when we hear certain songs or certain triggers or whatever as our culture, because that's the ambiance he was creating when he talked about it, the culture that makes you do certain things.
You're right. You're right. Because one time I was in Razoo's and they played "The Man Is Right Here" and I was ready to shoot that mug.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I get. I mean, and then I take it back to my college days. Like we had a lot of Greeks in college. You know, shout out to all the Greeks. I know if you played Atomic Dog or Flash Night, the Cute Dogs and the Cabins, the Noobs, they about to go crazy. You see what I'm saying? It's just a nature when you hear a song. I mean, I remember watching the video prior to all this happening. It was Omega. He was G'd up. He was at a formal dinner, and they played Atomic Dog. And my man, I mean, seriously, he was G'd up. He was itching. I mean, the video showed him just walking around because he couldn't contain himself. He wanted to take it around, but he didn't. You see what I'm saying? So if you call yourself or you want to create an atmosphere to where people act a certain way, you have to act a certain way as a business owner. Am I right or wrong?
You're right to a certain extent. I mean, because the adult in all of us should tell us that no matter, regardless of what the music is saying, that you should still, you know, conduct yourself a certain way.
Yeah, your ass should be twerking in a restaurant.
Like, man, I was listening to, you know what I'm saying, UGK Pocket Full of Stones way back in '92, but I know that, like, that wasn't for me still. It was entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of But I mean, I get it from. I mean, maybe that lady just felt it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she wanted to throw that ass in a circle. And I mean, and then that's indeed what.
But she wasn't the only one. And then he followed it up. The DJ. I'm gonna call him for the purpose of the show. DJ Doing Bad. That's gonna be his name for the show. He followed it up with back that ass up. Like when the owner cuts it, he like cut the music off. You know, you hear Juvenile, because when you hear that 99-2000, I mean, what you gonna do?
You right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's just a time and a place for everything.
Okay, I'm gonna take it a little bit further. I've had the pleasure of dining in True Kitchen more than one occasion. Going back again. Probably see me there tomorrow. Don't ask me how. I'll be there. The food is incredible. Let me say that first. But the very first time I dined there, my first dining experience, I went. I had a 11:15 reservation, and the person I went with, she was like, when we sat down, the first thing she said, there was no DJ. She said, the music is too loud. That was her first reaction. And I said, that's good. I mean, I thought it was cool. But of course, it was, Lil Maxwell do a little something on. So, you feeling your groove. You see what I'm saying? That's what was playing. So it's like a groove song. It was 11 o'clock. I don't know what time old girl did her thing. But when you have the music at a certain level and you're playing a certain song, it's going to, warrant certain behavior. Now, granted, let's back it up. Now everybody looking at the TV and make it on the post. Well, man, he went over there a few times. I get it. First of all, if you're doing some unruly behavior in my business, and we're going to get to other black businesses in a minute, and I own it, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you to stop. If you continue to do it the second time, you got to go. I mean, that's it. And I just believe that if he would have took those measures, and I don't know what his policies and procedures are, if he would have took that measure, it would have been a whole different outcome.
But how do we know that he didn't? I mean,
no, because it was
as media does, we just see the back end of it. We didn't see the beginning when he went over to the table.
Yeah, we did.
Spoke in a nice way, supposedly is what I heard, that he addressed them in a nice manner. And when he went back, she continued to engage in the behavior that he
went there 3 times. Now, to his credit, I seen the video. My man went over there. I'm talking player. I mean, he went over there. He was happy they were there. He let them know that. I mean, he told them, his posture, his demeanor was like, hey, please, will y'all stop? This. I mean, he did it all. Not 1 time, but 2 times. That's what I've seen on the video. So he went over there in the way that you're supposed to go as a business owner. Now, I understand what he did. I understand his stance. I mean, I just wouldn't have did it.
But you wouldn't have done what, though? I mean, so my thing is your issue with what he said, or that he dropped the F-bomb? He said, y'all can get the fuck out.
What?
I mean, I think that's
well. First of all, he said one thing. He said one thing that as a business owner, I would never say.
Well, he said he didn't need their
money. I don't need your money. You a motherfucking lie.
Okay. But for those who
maybe he didn't need their money.
But that's what I'm saying. For those who pay attention to context clues, he didn't say I don't need the average.
Right.
He said if you're going to continue to act in said manner, I don't need your money. So I think that a lot of people just want to wrap themselves up. He said I don't need. He wasn't talking to you. Right. You wasn't in there twerking. Like, man, if I'm in there eating and he said that, I'm not.
So what you saying? A kick dog gonna bark?
Yeah. Hit dogs holler. You know what I'm saying? And people in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks.
Yeah. So y'all don't feel like in no way and aspect that he could have just kindly called security from in the corner.
Yeah.
Walked over to the table, and security asked those people to leave.
Hindsight 2020.
Without a show.
Yeah.
Because to me, that was a show.
You're right.
If that's something that you want to do it, but you have to realize there's a lot of repercussions behind it. And now, I mean, you spoke out in every platform from also types of social media. Again, we all the way down to TikTok. So people making videos. I mean, it look what it about. So it's either people gonna choose to dine there, or people are not gonna choose to dine there. I mean, it's you still you gambling on it. That was a whole gamble.
I don't believe it was a gamble. Go ahead, Bogus.
Here's my thing. The way he said "get the fuck out,"
it
seemed like that shit that has happened more.
It was coming. It came from
it came from his
down.
And it seems like he done said he's tried to That's happened before.
Yeah.
But you got to change your if that has happened before, you need to take a different approach.
You need to change your atmosphere.
Exactly,
Probably.
because the atmosphere that you speaking about is the atmosphere where you would think that it's all jazz music being played.
Right.
To go with the type of meal that he's presenting on the table.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to say, because I don't want to harp on him. I really want to get to our topic of black businesses. I think that he made a mistake, and we're all human, as to where his approach is. But at the end of the day, his business. One thing you cannot negate, and I'm speaking as a patron of his restaurant on more than one occasion. The man food, if you go in there to eat, the food is delicious.
Amen. It is.
Somebody tell me about them collard greens.
Yeah, the food is good, and the atmosphere is nice, and it's inviting to us who want to, indulge in it. There are some things that I feel like as a personal business owner, I'm not going to have a fine dining restaurant with DJ Doing Bad up there playing Throw That Ass in a Circle and Back That Ass up.
There you go.
That's just me. Yes, that is for our culture, but if that's not, just certain things, and I think he learned from that, and I really do. But one thing you can't negate, you say he got TikTok videos and all that. Name a business owner in America who wouldn't want that advertising that he got right now. I'm talking about the man was on TMZ.
Yeah.
The man been on every TikTok, and God dang it, he on our show right now.
Yeah, he got it.
You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know nothing else, I guarantee you know True Kitchen and Cocktails.
Yeah, you know that.
You see what I'm saying?
But again, Nick, and this is just the only point I want to make regarding that, and then we can move on. So, was your issue with what he said, because he dropped the F-bomb? Because to me, it seemed like it was the F-bomb.
The F-bomb.
It was,
yeah.
So if
Like
you take
everybody
F-bomb
had
out
a
of
problem
everybody,
with
like, oh yeah, he's supposed to tell him that, but because he used that word that most people hear every day, it's all of a sudden.
Okay, well, hold on, y'all want to stay here, and that's fine.
It was the whole thing for me.
And
it was tasteless.
It was really tasteless because, again, you don't know. I mean, that you could. I just feel like he could have handled that in a different way.
You're right.
Though he wasn't talking to you.
Exactly.
Well, maybe hold on. Would you have been twerking in there, girl, if you heard that?
It doesn't matter what I would have been doing.
We want to know. We want to know. Now, Palmer, would your ass would have been in there throwing it in a circle?
Because, hold on, let me tell you this. I have been to other restaurants on that same caliber in a different city, and they play that type of music, but not everybody was up dancing. So I mean, it's all about but that's how she was feeling, and we gonna respect her.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you stand on my damn furniture at anything I got. I don't care about. Right now, we're in a nightclub setting, and if I don't know how much of the set y'all can see, but there are couches in here. Let this nightclub belong to Graham, and you stand your ass up on there with your stilettos, because they not stilettos with your broke ass. I said it. We're gonna have an issue.
They were stilettos.
Yeah.
But would you have went over there and cursed at them?
No,
he did.
I would have had security. I wouldn't have went.
So
go over there. Hey man, tell us to the ass down.
Because you could have asked them people to leave. You could have politely asked them to get up and leave and said, you don't even have to worry about your bill.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I
did.
got your bill.
They did.
And then everybody just would have been exited out the door, and then all you would have been seeing is people just looking around like, I wonder what happened.
True that.
Right.
I would have rather them to address me like that than he did what he did. That was a show to me.
I can get that, but I mean, like I will say, I mean, I was in, Broken Promise circa 2009, and I was told if you don't stop smoking, not me personally, but it was like, if you don't stop smoking weed, get the fuck out.
Hold on. Disclaimer, y'all.
I didn't take offense.
I owned that club in 2009. And they was so he won't go back there. I did. I mean, but we're in a nightclub setting. It wasn't fine dining. And I told your ass I couldn't find you. You don't be smoking weed in my establishment.
Hey.
Bottom line, man, don't be twerking by my food. I don't want no twerking by my food.
Okay, hold on. Since we right here, and I want to throw this out there as we segue into talking about black businesses. He did what he did. The reaction is what it was. I respect him. I would have did it differently personally. But I respect his stance, and I guarantee you know one thing: you're not gonna disrespect his restaurant. I think that point has been well given out. However, let me just throw this out there, just scenario. That same owner did that same action, and he was white.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it again. Let me get my Matthew McConaughey from The Time to Kill. Close your eyes. Imagine if he was white.
What about it?
Would the outcome been any different?
It don't change how I
It
feel
depends.
about
No.
Gonna take that different.
In today's culture,
In that same setting?
what we've been going through
Some people gonna
with
take that
the
different.
racism that we've been experiencing and the dude who in the White House, all that type of stuff, on today's setting, if that owner was white,
With that same setting,
Right.
majority, I mean, pretty much all African American patients.
right, but it's owned by a white man.
It's owned by what? Well, first
And
of all,
he come out there
well,
and he say that.
I mean, it probably would have been met with the same. I guess the same.
Come on, man, we gotta keep 100.
No,
I
I'm
absolutely
keep it
feel like
100.
it would have been a little. It would have been a little
The
bit more
words would
razzle
have been different.
dazzle.
First of all, because he went to hollering about I did this for our culture.
Yeah,
I
he
did
wouldn't
this
have
for
said
our
that, 'cause
black
that's not
people.
his
Well, your
culture.
damn president said he the best thing since. I'm just saying, but my point is another white man saying what he did for blacks. So, just real quick, you say it wouldn't have changed the outcome if he was white. Okay, Boggins.
Nah. Unless he would have said, niggas get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, now if he would have said that, yeah.
Well, I mean, how many of us would have felt implied that he said that because the way his tone was?
Nope.
Email was said, y'all know how we are when somebody say something.
Man, bottom line, don't
I'm
be
just
working
asking.
in no food restaurant.
But I mean, me personally, I don't think that a Caucasian gentleman would have said that in the presence of all those people. First
You would
of
have been
all,
scared.
he would have sent, hey, Jerome, go out there and tell him this. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jerome.
That was PD.
Yeah, that's what he would have.
So that's what y'all feel. All right. We can check the comments. We can see that. I want to move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Black businesses.
Black business.
I feel that black businesses are ridiculed by black people more than any other race, culture there is. If you take, I'll take you back to my time in Houston. I lived on the southwest side, and on the southwest side of Houston, this little Bel Air area, or excuse me, Bel Air and Beltway 8. That whole little area over there is been formed into Chinatown, right? Right off the Beltway over there, that whole little southwest side. They got their own banks. Like if you drive over there, you really gonna think you in China because all the signs, everything in Chinese. There's parts of everybody's town that, you know, got a little, we call Little Mexico. Because you go over there, that's what it is. And everybody shop there. The rest of it, white folk, whatever. And then you have peppered throughout the periphery of the map or whatever, you have us black businesses trying to make it. Why do you feel it's so hard for black businesses to make it and for black people to support black businesses?
That's pretty deep.
That's a deep ass question. Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly though, and this is my take on a lot of things concerning us. I think it goes back to a time in which none of us were here. You know what I'm saying? You have a field slave mentality versus a house field mentality, the slave mentality. So I think, once you take a group of people and you separate them against their will, and then you put some of them in a certain position and put some of them out here in the field, I mean, I think that mindset has followed us. I mean, so it's a thing of we as patrons, sometimes we as black patrons expect way too much out of a black business, and sometimes the black business doesn't put out enough to be appreciated as such. So what I mean by that is, and don't get me wrong, I understand that a lot of black businesses are, what you call mom and pop's fledgling, don't have the financial backing that a lot of, major corporations do, and I get that. But just because you don't have as much don't mean you still supposed to, cut corners and half cut it, But by that same token, when we go into establishments that are owned by black people, we can't just assume that I can do what I want, just my nigga shit. That's what we can't think. And a lot of times we do think that, like right now, we in cozies and, it's some different stuff that we might, not necessarily the ones that are here, but I'm just saying, like, us in general, that we would do differently than we would here at, like, if we were at George's or such. So I think you have to respect your black brothers and sisters, first of all, as business owners, and just not as a black person. Just respect them as a business owner first and foremost. And then I think, the rest is like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Like
I want to address the mentality after we get the response of everybody on the panel to that particular question. So, hey, Catch, if you take that next.
So
Why do you feel like it's 254-229-3041?
Sylvia said she calling in.
Okay, well, we can do that, but I want to get to that 225. Bring me the phone. Y'all want to do it? Come on. I mean, it's live. This live TV stuff happening on live TV. Bring me. You want my phone? I'm not giving out these people my number. Oh, check my phone. I'm about to say, no, y'all ain't about to call me. No, y'all ain't about to blow me up. Okay. All right, I got that. We'll get to that in a second. If you can go ahead and answer that question, why do you feel it's so difficult for black businesses to, number one, survive, and then for black people to support black businesses?
I think a lot of it kind of goes back to what Rip said, but mainly a lot of people are stuck on what a person used to do or who they used to be, and it interferes with the support. So let's say Keisha opens up her boutique and, you know, she's doing good, but she doesn't get the support because, oh, Keisha used to do this back in the day, or she thinks she better than everybody because she done came up. And I think that kind of creates a thing with the black people and black business owners too. And then they simply just don't want to spend there because they don't like the person. And we've just been pitted to go against each other for so long. And that's just really what the problem is.
Boggins, come on, man. You open up your mic.
No, I was just picking that to say that's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done known some people that didn't go to a black business just because she done had a fight with the girl back in the day.
Okay, hold on. I want to say this first of all, and I want whoever watching, if y'all don't remember nothing I said or nothing that was said on this show tonight, write this on your post or tell a friend. To whom you give your money is to whom you give your power. I'm going to say that again for the folk in the back. To whom you give your money is to whom you give your power. And when we don't support us, we're taking power away from our... Do y'all know that blacks have the most expendable income out of any other race in America? The black dollar leaves the African American community faster than any other dollar there is. Period. Remember that. To whom you give your money is to whom you give your power.
I agree with that.
So when I say we got to come together, I was talking to a business owner today, and they told me that we have to understand when we go to Gucci, and we want to be accepted when we walk into Gucci.
Not gonna happen.
No, I'm just saying we want to be accepted, right? And what happens is we pick out a purse, wallet. You know, for me, I got on some Gucci shoes tonight. You know, some shoes or whatever it is that you go to purchase. And once they see that you have the ability to purchase,
oh yeah, everything changed.
They treat you different. You want to know why? Because now you are in business with Gucci, right?
Yeah.
You're about to receive their product, and they're about to receive your money.
Yeah, so
it's a business transaction.
That's all it is.
So when we come to black nightclubs or black hair salons, we feel like we're supposed to be treated a certain way.
Hell yeah.
I'm giving them my money, but wait a minute, I'm giving you my service and or product. It's a business deal.
Exactly
so if
right.
you choose to do business with a black business, now of course, if you treat me like shit, I might be in turn to treat you like shit. Well, I don't like her, but guess what? I like her. You talking about you don't like the person who owned the club. Negro, you don't even know who owned Gucci. You don't even know who the CEO is.
Yeah.
But you ready to run now. Every time you get your income tax or some extra money so you can look fly in front of your friends. But what? Get your ass in trouble and see if you can call Gucci. But I guarantee you, if you support a black business or support a minority community, y'all know if anything go down, Tupac said it's best. We might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we'll burn this bitch down, you get us pissed.
Get us pissed.
Burn this bitch down.
You see what I'm saying? We stick together when it's time to stick together, but doing business and money transactions, we don't. What's wrong with this?
Go ahead. You had
Hold on, I
something.
want to take this call right here. Hold on. 254-229-3041. Hey, you live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this?
This is Subi.
Okay, what's your
Can
question
you
or
hear
what's
me?
your
'Cause
comment?
I can't really hear you.
You can't hear me?
Can you hear us, Subi?
Yeah, it's just muffled a little bit.
Okay, well, what's your
what's my
question? What's your comment? Come on with it.
Oh, number one, that approach right there, when we're talking about black businesses, I do feel like black people sometimes talk to other black people not in a professional tone, but as if we friends, as if we should get it, as if we should understand. When it comes to running a business, I want you to treat me like a customer, and I'm going to treat you like an owner.
Okay.
Hey, what's popping? What's going on? That can delay.
Okay. Let me ask you this real fast. What's your favorite designer?
Louboutin.
Okay, you like Louis Vuitton, right?
No,
right now we're in a
Louis
pandemic.
Vuitton.
I don't know if you had the opportunity to shop at Louis Vuitton. Thank God I have. Let me just break something down for you. Right now, to get into any Louis Vuitton store, you're going to have to wait about...
Christian Louboutin.
Who? Oh, okay, Louis Vuitton, the red bottoms. Okay. Well, let's just say they got the store. I don't know. To get into the store, whatever, to the high designers, you're going to wait about 45 minutes. Okay? They don't care if you get out of line or not. They don't care if you spend the money or not. See, you going into a black business with the sense of entitlement. Somebody supposed to give you something. Come with the positive energy, the same energy that you would have if you were standing in line at the Louis Vuitton store. Because they don't give a damn about you, and if you leave, they're not going to come chasing you. So when you say what you just, I understand. Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish.
I've never been in a Louboutin store.
Okay, but I mean, you said you liked. I mean, I guess you just like the design. You ain't bought it yet.
No, I have. I've never seen a standalone Louboutin store. I have to go in another store to get it. But I follow what you're saying.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying. So we have to have that same energy when it comes to our people. I appreciate you. Thanks for the call. You have a good day.
All right,
254-229-3041. Any of y'all want to comment?
Sure.
I don't know. It's also a flip side to that too.
Okay, well, come on, give it to us.
Because, and I'm just gonna, and it depends on what crowd you catering to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know if my friend own a business and my best friend is a hairstylist, so I don't go in there to sit in her chair expecting for her to give me a discount. Because I know she running a business.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, we want the hookup. Y'all know that. We'll talk. That's another segment. We'll get to that in a minute. Hold on. Let me take this phone call real fast.
Gonna turn it down.
But I'm not finna go in there looking for it.
I got you.
That's
You live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this? You live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this?
Who art there?
This is Monica. How y'all doing?
Hey, Monica. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, this is why I feel like this topic is so important, because I just feel like as a community, a black community, that we as a community all together need to change our whole mindset. I mean, I've been preaching for the last 2 years of Black Wall Street, black enterprise, black owned, black everything. We can have our own. I'm all for that. Completely, totally. I support all black owned businesses. But if the community is not changing its mindset and start thinking bigger than what's right in front of them and start seeing the bigger picture of everything, it's not going to change. We have to change our whole way of thinking. We have to get away from the slavery mentality that has been deeply embedded into our mind, our being, our DNA. We have to change all of that. You know, at one point there was a Black Wall Street.
Right.
There can be a Black Wall
Baby, that was
Street
over 100 years
again.
ago. 100 years ago, and we ain't seen it since. And that's the problem. But I appreciate your comment, and I appreciate your call. Thanks so much for calling. I want to address something that she did say, though, because I feel like a lot of times the point that she just made and the way she said it and the passion behind it, we feel that way. But what are we actually doing? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the pastor when you go to church. He always saying, you know, we throwing up the Holy Ghost, this and that, but when we get outside the church, though, we not doing nothing. And when we have forums like this, and we have the Black Lives Matter protests like this, everybody's all gung-ho. But when the protest is over, that's when the action's supposed to start. And we don't do nothing. We don't do nothing at all. So until we take that enthusiasm, because guess what? If somebody started a trend, we are quick to follow. Hey man, everybody doing that, man. I'm gonna go do it. Let somebody be having a food drive or a story come on with somebody with homeless, whatever, and everybody start taking this one particular person $100. That man gonna get $200,000, where the rest of the folk over here poor ain't gonna get 50 cents, because the attention and the focus was on him, so we want to be part of the trend instead of part of the whole solution of the totality of the issue. And that's where we have to start. Am I right? I mean, I don't want to be preaching up here. I'm just saying.
You making a valid point, but I mean, like me personally, I'm gonna always go back to what I said a few moments ago. Like until we get rid of this mindset that is like this.
How do we do that, Whip?
Well, the thing about it is we have to be deprogrammed the same way we were programmed. So like this is the thing, like, and just follow me for a minute, like you know what I'm saying. Nigga, he out there because he got the radio station and Gucci, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
that mindset right there has to change. At first, it should be like, man, nigga got on some Gucci shoes. He run the radio station, man. I'm proud of that brother. I need to follow his blueprint and be just like him. But that's not gonna ever be present until like that's love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That has to be taught from like within. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be taught from birth. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's some cats in there that I know that I've known for years. You know what I'm saying? Like this, so I'm not afraid to compliment them on things that they've done. You know what I'm saying? Like whether they had a setback and came back, they came back strong. So I think like especially like with black men, compliment your brother ain't gay. It ain't gay to say, hey man, I'm proud of you, man. You doing good. Hey man, you looking good. I think a lot of times it's like it's just too much this mono like I gotta be better than this nigga instead of like, man, I'm glad to see this dude doing good too. You know what I'm saying? The mindset got to change.
You want to say
that's how slave versus field slave.
But I want to address something you said that was powerful.
It's like, are we willing to do something different when it comes to black business? And say, for instance, are you willing to take your money out of Wells Fargo and Bank America?
I mean, that's
Greenwood that Killer Mike is talking about.
Yeah, but that's who you bank with.
Black
right there.
Are we willing
to whom you give your money is to whom you give your power, and Wells Fargo got our power, or Chase, or whoever else.
Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Credit.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't always had it like this. I done paid $35 for a hamburger before.
My power.
And if y'all don't know what that means, I'll go ahead and tell you real quick.
Yeah, nigga, where you do that at?
Run that debit card, and it go through, and your ass ain't got the money in there.
But when you get a $35 burger,
you run that debit card, and you don't have the money in there. That NSF fee for that damn burger gonna be $35. That's where the $35 burger come from. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying to your point, just like you said, we look at each other a certain way, and I'm gonna tell y'all why we look at each other like that. When you look at a person, and Rip, I know you don't have that spirit. Boggers, I know you don't have that spirit. There's some people, I ain't gonna call out their name, but I know my two brothers right here don't have that spirit, okay? You don't like yourself.
Self-hate.
When you have that spirit. Because what you think is, maybe it was some things in your life that you were not able to accomplish. Maybe it was some things in your life that were shortcoming, right? And when you see yourself, you feel failed. You feel disenfranchised, not worth it. You done lost self-confidence, self-esteem low, right? So when you see somebody that look like you, that's achieved these things, you automatically relate them to yourself and put all that hate that you have for yourself on them. Because you ain't got it. Yeah. Instead of trying to yoke up. Because, I mean, Rip, call me out right now. When you were doing what a lot of stuff you're doing, how many times I reach out to you, hey, man, I admire what you're doing, man. Come be a part of what I'm doing.
I mean, that's kind of how we...
That's how we hooked up.
That's how it came. I mean, I can respect that because, like, you did reach out to me. I was doing the, you know what I'm saying, on the corner with Rip, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, I mean, I see people doing stuff. Yeah. I mean... A-Ray, he over there. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see him. When he was doing, man, this young dude was doing some stuff when he was young. I seen him. I applaud. Hey, man, come on, let me yoke up with you. A couple weeks ago, I seen you was doing your Waco Awards and stuff that you were doing, and I said, hey, man, who are these two people? Let's get these people. I mean, that's me. I'm about bringing folk together, working together, and doing stuff. But I ain't trying to be on no soapbox. But until we be able to share that spirit amongst blacks, we're going to continue to fail.
Yeah, you're right.
We're going to continue to fail.
Got some comments on there, man. We appreciate y'all joining in.
Hey, Cash, go ahead and read some of these comments. 254-229-3041 if you want to call in. 254-229-3041. You want to read some of the comments?
We have on the live Elisa Hopwood. She says she personally thinks black-owned businesses don't deliver customer service. Example, opening late, they're out of this and that, they don't meet deadlines, poor communication, and not professional.
And no change. That's right. They don't be having change. They, man, yeah. Like, I know it's a national corn shortage, but you can't expect to keep my 72 cents every day, bro. You know what I mean?
That's just like when I go into a rock bar store.
Who?
A rock bar. You know them.
I go in the rock bar store.
That was race, but it was cool. We got stressed.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you there. Hold on, Tony.
What's up, cuz?
Oh, hey. Okay, we got on the phone line. You're live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this?
It's Chad.
Hey, Chad. Thanks for calling, man. You got a comment or a question?
Yeah, I was gonna make a statement on some of the stuff y'all were talking about earlier. As far as I tried to call in, but I couldn't hear you.
Okay, go ahead, man. You on live now? What's up?
But you got it's like when you talk about the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci. You know, you go into those stores, but you don't ask those people for a discount like you were saying. But they don't know that they programmed to actually shop the way they shop because they were programmed by people to shop that way. You know, they got a whole video about it on YouTube called How to Sell to the Negro. You can go on there, look it up, find it, and see that they show you that they overprice everything and give you decent quality to brainwash you into shopping with expensive brands.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me stop you right there. Why do so many times we go into black businesses and automatically, because we see somebody that look like us, we feel we should get a discount?
I've never understood that. I really can't tell you. You know, that's one of the things I said before. I don't understand it. You know, it's one thing too, though. You know, as black businesses, we also got to give back to the people too. We can't always expect to win either. Right. You know,
yeah.
That's just like me. I run my car wash and I've given out just as many free ones as I have paid for a lot of them. You know what I mean? Just for advertising. It's what you got to do sometimes. You can't just always expect to get the dollar as well either. You got to have something for the people as well as you want something out of it.
All right, man. We appreciate you calling into the show. Thanks for watching on Facebook Live, man.
Like Peaches
you have a good day.
I have personally challenged and committed to doing Christmas shopping with black-owned businesses, and that's just something I kind of want to go throw out there. If you have a friend or know a friend of a friend of a friend that has a business, let's shop with them for Christmas. Let's give back to our people and support them. That's something that I plan on doing this holiday season.
I want to go back to what the comment that you read, and I want y'all to touch it because we've all experienced it. Go back to her comment, and I want you to read it again because I want everybody on the panel to address this because this has been going on for the longest time.
Okay, so kind of going back over Alyssa's comment, she said she personally thinks that black-owned businesses do not deliver good customer service. Examples are they open late, they're out of this and that, they don't meet deadlines, they have no change, poor communication, and they are not professional.
Okay. Address that.
Every business is not like that, but you do have some.
Majority, yeah.
They're not like that. Black folks, a lot of black folks understand customer service, and black owners, they understand customer service. And then you have some that's just, they don't care about it because they in it to get their dollar. They trying to hurry up and get through the day, and what they get is what they get. And you got some people that take pride in customer service.
Okay, well,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been to some shitty white restaurants with poor customer service.
Right. But we don't look at that. Oh, they had a bad day. That's what we said. Go ahead. Can you address that?
I don't know. I think that in the poor customer service, I feel like that is an issue. I feel like people don't take into consideration of what time and energy that the people that's selling or whatever product they have. I feel like people don't take into consideration of what these people had to do to get their business up. But just let me say this also, just because you own a business, that don't mean that you are a business owner or you are a business person either.
Right.
That is the bottom line.
All right.
Because a lot of people, we see a whole lot of these little boutiques. We see a lot of people selling, but that don't make you, that's just not who some people are. You gotta have that. You gotta have that niche for it. especially when you're trying to sell somebody something. First of all, I'm not finna buy nothing from you I'm not finna buy your hair if your hair is not done. I'm not finna buy your clothes if.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I want to take a call real
I'm just
fast.
not finna do that.
You live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this?
Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
this is Kim Walker.
Hey, Kim, how are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, you got a question or comment?
Comment. Sometimes the quality is really bad and the price is super high.
Okay. The quality is bad and the prices are too high. I'm going to address all that in a minute. I just wanted to get it. Thank you for your call, Kim. We appreciate it.
Just like,
Go ahead. You want to finish, Napoleon?
I'm just what she just said.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just not gonna buy your clothes if your clothes got threads coming in it or coming out of it before I spend my, and I see it while I'm in the store. I mean, it just depends. Like I said, it's all about who you are.
I don't feel like I'm obligated to shop black because I am black. I shop with what I like, and I shop with quality, and that's just kind of where I stand on it.
Okay.
simple too.
This is what I want to say. First of all, anybody on the panel, anybody in our audience, we have a small audience tonight, own a business. Okay. I'm going to ask you to step to the mic in just a minute. Anybody else on our panel own a business?
I mean, in the
Or
past.
ever had a business, period?
I do bartending on the side.
Yeah, I still
Okay,
do.
now,
I guess I
you
still
bartend on the side. You was self-contractor, but you weren't responsible for the day-to-day operations of a business.
Exactly. No.
Okay, here's my take. I have been an entrepreneur for 20 years.
entrepreneur.
I'll never forget the day that corporate America fired my black ass. March of 2000. And from that day, I've never worked since. I've owned my own business, and I'll never forget on getting started. Getting started in business is one of the most difficult challenges I've ever experienced in life, right? What you just spoke of, those comments, I experienced that. Kim Walker, what she just called in, I experienced that. The whole thing is we get so excited to say we own something or we're a part of something, and even back then, long ago, to be in business or have your own business, all you had to do was have a business card. And you was in business, so to speak. But when you know better, you do better. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs are self-proclaimed entrepreneurs and business owners without the establishment of a real business. And we have to go through some stuff. We go through that. And we be so excited and want people to support us to where we do. I mean, I never forget. I used to hate this. You go to black businesses and they put up a sign in the window say, be back in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, damn it, when did you leave? Did you leave 5 minutes ago? Did you leave 10 minutes? I mean, how long am I supposed to wait? But I can go right there to the other business and it's not there. I never forget my brother. I convinced him to leave Home Depot, man, 16 years ago to open up his own business. And my brother's a barber. My brother had his shop for 16 years, top notch in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Just shameless plug to my brother. Y'all go see him, Q's Barbershop. He tightened you up. But anyway, I told him he was, when people weren't there, he had the audacity to sometimes leave, go run errands, or ain't nobody here. And I never forget, I came by my brother's shop. He wasn't there. And I said, man, look, man, you don't know how many people you miss from not being here. Well, man, wasn't nobody here. I had to go take care of something. No. If you were working for Home Depot, your ass couldn't leave. So why you going to treat yourself like that? Because when we think entrepreneurship, we think freedom. But really, it's an obligation to yourself and to the people that you're trying to serve.
It's even harder work.
You see what I'm saying? It's more difficult. Long story short, man, I finally convinced my brother to follow that path, and he did. He has a successful shop now. He has 3 other barbers in his shop, and it was funny. I was getting a haircut the other day. Man, this dude, he want to come in because my brother they only take appointments, but he got a new barber. They take all the walk-in. Man, he come in on time. He sure make a lot more money. And I just sat there and I laughed at him. I brought up the point. Hey, man, when you started out, Look how you was. So you have to train them. And I think that we have to be trained to not have a black business, but have a good business. And when we stop putting color on the business and create a good business that people want to, patronize, then we'll all do better.
And I want to make a comment. On the flip side, so we're talking about patrons and customers. I want to kind of go over to the business owners. I know a lot of people, black people, who are looking to go into owning their own business and starting stuff. But if you have the business owners that don't want to share how to do that, don't want to share the tips because they worried about you coming to steal their business or you be in competition to them, it kind of go hand in hand. Like, we got to help each other out, So I think that's something everybody else needs to take accountability for. You don't want to help your brother out because you scared of the competition he may bring, So how do we change that narrative? How do we help the people that want to get on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
That's another.
I'm gonna say this out there, y'all. Like I said, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. The first business that I had an entertainment company, and I did a lot of concerts and promotions. That was the first thing I had. If you want to know anything about that, inbox me. Second business I ever had was a restaurant. Ran them for years. You want to know anything about that? Inbox me. The third business I have, and I still these next two I still have to this day. I owned a tax franchise and a tax business. Been preparing income taxes for over 20 years. You want to know anything about that? Inbox me. Now I own a media company where I own a radio station and different things. You want to know anything about that? Inbox me. What I'm trying to tell y'all, we have to understand reach out to our resources. I'm not going to charge you. I'm not threatened by you because what God has for me is for me. And just because you trying to open up a business, you can't take it from me because you didn't give it to me.
But you feel like that. I mean, more to what she said.
Right.
There are a lot of, black business owners who would rather not give game or give knowledge because
right.
Yeah, but that goes back to childhood. Like, you got to be taught that competition. I mean, to me, competition isn't something I should be afraid of. Right. Competition should make you better. It's like this here. Man, when that nigga come try to get your girl, you better be better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
What about that? I need another drink.
And anything you do, if I have a car washing business, Chad, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start washing cars. You better step your game up, right? You know what I'm saying? If I start making beats, Trey better step his game up.
Then Nero better step his game up.
When I decide I go into that, you know what I'm saying, that radio, you know what I'm saying, 94.5 better step their beat up.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you're right. And let me just throw this out there. A couple of them white radio stations tried to come after me. They failed. Because I'm in my lane. But, man, what my point in saying that is what God has for you is for you. And can't nobody take it from you. I'm not threatened by it. And because I've owned several businesses and I've done a myriad of things, if you want to learn about that, I help you just business, period. Because business always starts off with business first before the product is ever sold. My man in the audience, you own a business, man. Will you step to the mic, man? I really want to bring you on the show. If you could tell everybody your name and what you do.
I seen him in action. He all about the business too.
One of my clients called in.
If you step to the mic, because I want everybody out there to hear you.
One of my clients, my name is Kevin. One of my clients called in, Lisa Hopwood. She's right on point, but I take care of her pretty good. I own two businesses, actually. Popcorn truck that's outside is mine.
Okay.
Pretty good. Whenever somebody call me up, they love my product. Offer professional service, quality, everything. I have a landscaping business. I'm the only black landscaping business in Waco that's doing it on the level that I'm doing it on. I mean, I'm really floating with it. But my problem is what I see, people, everything y'all saying up there, you address pretty much all the answers and the questions. Because I'm a people's person. I love to see my people flourish. And as far as the main thing is, what you said, me growing up, I take everything as experience, I can get the best answer. I always seen somebody had something better than me, doing it better than me. It motivated me to do what they did. And I go say, how'd you do that? Not to hate on them. And they say, why? Because I want to do that. I make do it a little bit better. So everything that I do and I learn in my life experience, the people that come up to me, I share the same thing with them. And they say, man, ain't you afraid? I said, no, I ain't afraid of competition. Man, Waco, 200-something thousand people. It's more than enough for everybody.
Right, you can't cut all the grass. I would go to the phone line while you right there, man.
You can't cut all the grass.
You can't.
He's done my grass before, did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, you live in the Cozy's Lounge. Who's this?
Kevin Good with it.
This is Adrian DeVos.
Hey, how you doing, Adrian?
Hey, Adrian.
Good. Good evening, everybody.
Flying too.
Thank you for calling into the
this
show.
up-
What's your question or comment?
Thank you guys for having me. I actually just have two comments. First comment, we're talking about black business, and kind of to your point, no such thing as black dollar, brown dollar, white dollar. The dollar is green. So keep that in perspective. When you open a business, you open it, even if you are going for a certain market, you open it to appease everybody, because you cannot make it just on a brown, black, or white dollar. That's comment number one. Comment number two is, as an entrepreneur, the one thing I learned is, obviously I'm a home builder. And the one thing I learned is I just can't build a good house. I have to know how to do everything. In other words, just because mama got good fried chicken don't mean, you go open up a restaurant. You have to know how to service people, accounting, the management side of things. All those things go into the whole pie. So you just can't open up a business because you have a good product. You have to know everything about that business. So just not a little 2 cents for what it's worth.
All right, thank you so much for your call, and I really appreciate you calling to the show.
Appreciate you.
254-229-3041. This is what I want to say too. One of the people said, hold on one second, I'm gonna get right back to you, about the prices. The prices are too high.
And see this?
Hold on, I want to address it, Brittman. I need your help on this one. If you own a restaurant, and I'm speaking this because I've owned a restaurant, you can't buy your groceries at the grocery store or Sam's Club. No disrespect to Sam's Club and the grocery store, but if you own a restaurant, you can't get your groceries there. See, mama make that good chicken, like Adrian just said, and she buy it from the grocery store. But when you buy it, it's so much per pound. But when you buy it in volume, because you're serving a volume amount of people, then the price drops, which in turns give you a better cost per point or cost per meal to be able to serve that. See, I think a lot of time we just get in business, and a lot of black-owned restaurants. There's more of that than anything, because we feel like all you got to do is cook and feed the people. I mean, if you look across the statistics, I guarantee there's more black-owned restaurants than black-owned anything. I mean, when I first got the radio station, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. How you make money in radio? I'll tell you. I mean, but it's not traditional. You see what I'm saying? Advertise it.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Thank you, McDonald's. We appreciate you. You see what I'm saying? But we don't know, so we run to the food. But when we go into Sam's, because they sell everything in bulk to get our thing, and we feel it's cheaper. How about going to Glacier? How about going to U.S. Foods? How about going to Cisco, Benny Keith? When you do that and you buy your product, man, that 40-pound box of chicken that you getting at Sam's, when you got to get 4 of them that cost $17 per bag, so you're looking almost at $80 a case, you're going to be able to get that same thing for about $65. You see what I'm saying? So you increase your revenue. But because, we don't know, well, we what they charging over there? Well, we're going to charge the same thing. You don't even know how much it costs to make your plate.
True.
So you just in business to do business. And you's like, man, I did $700 a day. Well, Negro, how much did it cost you to do $700? Because you didn't do $700. If it cost you $500, you made $200 a day. But we are thinking, and we're not learned. I mean, we haven't been taught. We weren't taught, we caught it. And that's what I feel like a lot of black businesses, we fail. Because we weren't taught it, we caught it.
Yeah.
And we seen somebody else do it, and we tried to do it.
True that.
To kind of piggyback off of that, you're investing yourself, you invest in your business. I say as a business owner, you take a further step and invest in your education into owning a business. Go take some classes, go take some business owning classes, so that we can kind of change the dynamic and what people are saying about black-owned businesses. It don't hurt to educate yourself.
Yeah, you right.
Y'all keep talking, bartender.
But back to what you were saying too
Go ahead. I'll be
about
back.
pricing though, man, we as black people, we can't go into a black-owned establishment. In here, if you come in here and you buy you a Hennessy and Coke and she charge you $12, you can't get mad at that and go to the doghouse and pay $14. You can't do that. And then, because my thing is, that's very personal to me, because, the state of Texas said them stickers was $14.50, not me. So all you people that ever thought I was overcharging y'all, that wasn't on me. The state mandated them stickers at that price, $14.50. I didn't set that price, but Yeah, I really feel like 8-9 years later, I feel some kind of way about that because I didn't set them prices, yo. But even though back to that, like your prices are what your prices are. Now we'll go in like me, I go in there and that polo sweater if it's $125 and I got it that day, I'ma buy that. But then I can't go around and go to Africa's and be mad because she's selling a sweater for her price. I can't get mad at her. Either I'ma like the sweater, I'ma buy it, or I'ma leave. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought up clothing. I'm glad you brought up that. Okay. They just put it out there. He said, wait. He said, wait. You gotta wait. I don't know why we wait, but we wait. Battery went out on. Let me see, Mike, why you wait like that? Okay, a lot of times that when we talk about clothing, you go to Dillard's and you spend $125 for a polo, right? You have no problem with it.
Never.
Can I tell you why?
I never do that.
Because you know that polo authentic. But when you go to Ray's Boom Boom Room and he got that same polo for $100,
We
man,
automatically
come on,
say
man.
it's
We
fake.
already know it. It looked like the one at Dillard's, and I want to get it because I ain't trying to pay the $125. Why you want to charge me $100? Let me get it for $60. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, like real polo heads gonna know if it's knockoff or not. But I definitely get your point. So to that, like, don't be selling no knockoff stuff. I mean, that's just,
Okay.
I mean,
I'm glad you said that, but as far as clothing, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna come in as a female, and everybody not like me, but I don't spend a lot on my clothing per se, but I'm gonna pay for my shoes. I am not into cheap shoes. I hate cheap shoes. I'm gonna go spend my money on my shoes, and the problem I think we may be kind of you enjoy a good shoe, but you pay for what you get, and I can't go to such and such boutique and get the quality of shoe I want. So I'm not gonna go spend there, and it has nothing to do with me being mad about the prices or anything like that.
Preference.
I prefer a quality shoe.
Yeah, and preference is good. Like, and that's another thing. Like, if I prefer, like she just said, if she prefers a certain something, then that's her prerogative, and you can't really get mad at her. Oh, she go buy her shoes because y'all don't have the type of shoe that she, you know what I'm saying, wants or whatever. The quality of shoe that you carry is not right for her. So, in terms of what somebody else said, somebody else, sometimes black businesses do need to turn up. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? For a lack of a better term.
You can't sell me no clothes.
I mean, but what's wrong? I mean, I never forget, man.
If your clothes.
Went to New York, and there's some places in New York where you get the Nikes and the Jordans, and they look just like the real deal. Okay. They told me my sound not right. So I'm gonna borrow her mic. We go to New York, and we go to in Houston on Harwin. We go to Dallas on Harry Hines, and we get the knockoff stuff that look for real, and we sell it. And if that's your hustle, fine. I mean, people need to wear that stuff. People like that stuff. So if you have a product, but I think come on, Rip, talk to me now.
Man, if you wearing knockoff shit, then now, hell no. Like, if you got to wear a fake Gucci belt or a fake pump, then you need to go wear some Faded Glory from Walmart and keep it
I'm
real.
looking for a fake Gucci belt. So anybody out there selling fake Gucci belts, I need it because I'm not gonna pay for a real one.
I feel that.
She about to get our ass canceled.
Now, what she said was real.
They gonna come run through the door in a minute.
But my thing is, man, like, and don't get me wrong. Man, whatever you got to do it. But if you to the point where you putting on a fake belt or a fake chain or a fake whatever, then nigga, you fake. Stop that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, man. Don't do that with like.
You really, my sister, and you.
But
really
people
good
spend
friends.
their money where they can afford to spend their money.
Yeah.
And if I want to look like, $1 million and don't nobody know the difference, because a lot of people don't know the difference between real Gucci and fake Gucci. They don't know the difference between you. It's all about the person. So, I mean, you could be somebody who on the streets and they feel like you got some money. You faking it till you make it. So if they feel like you got some money, you could be buying all the fake Gucci, but they don't know that.
True that.
Like everybody
They don't know that.
True.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I never forget Ocho Cinco. Y'all remember that? I remember watching.
He worked Cubic Zirconia.
Yeah, he does. I've seen him on Hard Knock Life when he played with the Bengals when T.O. was when him and T.O. played together, and he walked into What's the store that you go to get your ears pierced?
Claire's.
Claire's. He walked into Claire's, and he let everybody know it was on camera. He said, "Y'all, I got money. I'm not finna buy all that expensive stuff." And he went down there and he put the thing on his ear and did it. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. Me personally, if I get something, I'm gonna be like what Rip said. If I'm gonna wear some jeans, if the jeans look nice and they Faded Glory from Walmart, damn it, I'm putting the Faded Glory on.
It's just like Erykah Badu said. Erykah Badu said one time that she shops at Target and she looks $1 million.
Right, because I don't feel like it's the clothes that make you. It's the person that's wearing it.
And that's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making right there. Because I feel like
except a suit. Don't put on no cheap ass suit.
Well, you right about that. But more to the point that she was saying, like Palmer was saying that, somebody in the streets may look like, okay, yeah, he look like he owned or whatever. But more to that point, like that lady was saying last week, that's your representative. So at some point it's gonna get real, and baby girl gonna find out that ain't no real Gucci, no real Polo.
We got a couple more minutes left.
Present a problem.
I want to go to the phone line if y'all want to call in 254-229-3041. While we're waiting on the phones to ring, if y'all got a comment or something that y'all want to make that y'all didn't get to talk about and show anybody on the panel, I ask y'all to go ahead and just address it right now. Some of the things
I want to say shout out to all the black businesses. Pretty much every black business I've been to,
power to the people,
had good customer service and everything. Everybody can't be like Chick-fil-A's customer service.
Man, they're impeccable.
Shout out Bobo's Chicken in Oklahoma City.
That's just the thing, man. Which one would you rather have? Chick-fil-A's customer service or that Popeyes that's over there in the corner?
Shout out Junebug. You know what I'm saying? They good barbecue.
All right, we got a phone call. Here we go. We're gonna take this. I want to take you live in the lounge with Cozies. Who's this?
This is Monica. I'm calling back again. I just want to piggyback off of something that someone said about going back to the black-owned business thing. Being a black-owned business, right? We have to stop looking at things and as if it's a hobby. Okay, when it comes to customer service and quality and things like that, you have to be able, before you start that business, you need to do your research. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to know how much your stuff gonna cost. You need to know even how to even calculate what your retail is gonna be. You need to know how to calculate what your wholesale should be. You need to know all of those things before you say, okay, I'm gonna open up a chicken shack. Okay, you're gonna open up a chicken shack, but have you done your research about this chicken shack?
I can get the building for the local. Oh boy, just closed down, and my mama know how to make chicken.
Hey, that's a good point. That's a very valid point, Monica.
I mean, that's what we do though. But here's another thing too, and I want to close with this, and I want to give y'all the opportunity to say what y'all want to say. Until we stop treating our black businesses as a side hustle, because so many of us we afraid to step out on faith and bet on ourselves. So we're afraid to lose that corporate job that got the benefits and that quote unquote pay the bills. I never forget when I did that. It was the most difficult decision in my life, and it hurt. But we gotta stop treating our businesses as side hustle. Oh, I do this on the side. I do. If I'm ever looking for a service, if you do it on the side, I ain't want to fool with you, because when I need my service, I need somebody who do this. Now, if you work at Walmart, then I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to patronize you. You see what I'm saying? Because we do that. We treat ourselves so bad because we want to do it on the side until we come up. Until you step out on faith and know that God gave you whatever it is he's trying to give you and know that you can do it, it ain't going to never happen for you. So stop doing it on the side and be what you've been called to be. Anybody else want to say something, Rip?
Yeah, I just want to say though, I think it is important to support black-owned businesses, but don't feel compelled to support a black-owned business that you feel is not up to, your standards. And by that same token, when you go to a black-owned business, don't feel like you can lower their standards just because they are black. Hey, make it a mutual, thing. Like, golden rule, do unto others. Like, if you in there slanging chicken or whatever it is you're doing, give those people the same respect that you would want. You know what I mean? So.
Just to kind of wrap it up, like I said, I have made the commitment to buy from a couple of black-owned businesses for the holidays. I'm challenging everybody else to do so. After the show, I'll make a post, and if you own a black business or you have services to offer, please comment on the post and drop your services in the comments.
Peaches, you got anything you want to say? Close out the show. Don't be at a loss for words, because right when this camera go off, your ass get to talking, we can't set you up.
Words. I just want to say that, you know, like you said, step out on faith. I mean, you never know what God has for you. Take the chance. Make that money. It's enough money out here for everybody.
Vargas?
Yeah, basically piggyback off what everybody else said, man. Support black businesses. If you think you can do better in your area, ask folk. Ask what you need to do. Don't be afraid to ask to make your business better too.
All right, y'all. We appreciate everybody checking out the Cozy's Lounge today. Every Thursday from 7 to 8, even though we started at 7:30 today, we're going to be on time. Our own black business, we getting together as well. We appreciate everybody that called in. We appreciate everybody that commented. We appreciate everybody that watched. Until next week, y'all have a wonderful evening, and thanks for watching. Peace.